Let's do it.
All right.
So, like on Flagrant 2, you guys always joke about Nigerian parents, right?
Yes.
Like, this is Nigerian, not Nigerian, but this is African royalty. Like, they're taught, like, he's probably raised to be
He's in that bubble.
calm, subtle,
Yeah.
not flashy, not over the top. That's just probably, so I feel like maybe that's true to that type, like, in you know, how it would actually be in real life.
Dude, and if you, especially in today's climate, like, wouldn't you want your leader to just be, like, kind of boring right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, the most boring guy ever? Absolutely. Not divisive, like, just, I mean, I think it's a good quality for the fact that he's also, like, the head of a nation.
All right, let's.
Maybe, I hear what you're saying. Maybe if it was the real world, yeah.
Right.
But if it's
a movie.
I want my leader popping off. Like Killmonger, I
Well,
kind of
maybe we
liked
should
it.
Transition into Killmonger. Yeah.
Like,
So,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
so-
lie. When he
let's-
threw my man off the fucking whatever, what is it called? When he threw him off the waterfall,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's this primal part of me that was like, I guess I follow you now. You know what I mean?
100%.
You're the strong guy, right? Okay, okay. Let's do it. You know.
Yo, it was wild, that whole scene, because it never really, like, came to the resolution, but, like, through their ancient laws, like, he's still, like, technically, like, the leader.
Son, the way that and this is an issue I have.
Killmonger.
Yeah.
He's supposed to do it without the suits and the powers and all
Yo,
that stuff.
and this is some real shit. One issue I have with the film itself, and this is probably a Cougar choice, is he shouldn't have killed him. He shouldn't have been able to do that to him. What should have happened is he should have been about to kill him. Somebody else stops it and then throws him off, so that like Forrest Whitaker should have stopped it and then
Well,
pushed.
Forrest Whitaker was dead.
I know he's dead,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like what should have happened is Forrest Whitaker should have
you mean
stopped
in
the
the initial
kill
fight to
yes,
get? Oh, okay.
and pushed him off the waterfall himself. Right?
He came back on, like, the weakest technicality.
Son.
Hold on.
Yo,
Hold on.
son,
That
he's like-
was,
I want to.
son, you were dead to rights.
I want to talk about this.
I don't want to
Could've
hear
cut your head off.
I don't
Yeah.
want to hear your toe was on the back of the end zone. Like, you were dead.
Yo, I want to talk about this because, like,
What is it called? The catch? What is the catch rule?
Well,
the catch rule.
that is the
Yeah,
question.
catch
What is the
rule,
catch
yeah,
rule?
yeah,
Is it
let's-
something-
tuck rule, yeah.
So it's this, right?
tuck
Which
rule,
is
yeah.
like, so you think that Killmonger is really the king still, but Homeboy
I mean,
didn't
he's
technically
dead
die
now.
and he didn't tap out.
Yeah, but he wasn't
Yo,
supposed
but
to
he
get,
still
he
has
wasn't
the-
supposed to get assistance from the other tribe.
I agree.
They came and grabbed him
I
and threw
agree.
him on ice.
So is it over once
Yo.
they gave him the heart-shaped herb or whatever the
Huh?
hell? When he took the thing to become Black Panther,
Yeah.
is that when it's over?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
He didn't die.
That's
He still
when it's
got it in
over.
him, by the way.
But like,
He
so
went
like
to
that
the other
fight,
side. He had a conversation with his dad.
I don't know, man.
Like, you're
a lot
the
of
king now.
technicalities here. A lot of technicalities.
Not even
don't know.
technicalities. You're right. Someone assisted him in not dying.
Yeah.
Had he not been assisted and put on ice, he's
Yeah.
dead.
Literally.
Just
Right?
saying.
Yeah.
I think you made a great point. I just think that scene was done so poorly because it didn't leave any illusion. And that's another reason why I stopped respecting Black Panther as like the strong guy. You lost on the hand-to-hand combat, but
Yo,
your
he
hands
got-
are whack.
Yo, he got no hands.
Yo, his hands are
He
trash.
got no hands.
You stay getting stabbed.
Yo, he
got
went to-
stabbed by
Yo,
Jabari
and he-
in the
and
shoulder.
He won the first battle.
They
He
went-
won the first battle going to an armbar.
Yeah, exactly.
He
He
got
couldn't even
out.
stand up with him. Like, he had to, nah.
Can't be Black Panther with no paws.
Real talk.
Michael B.
man. Yo.
They went extra with it because Michael B. Jordan was talking mad shit during that scene. Like, you know,
yeah.
he was
That's
just like,
Creed.
this is your king.
Yeah.
That's
Boom.
Adonis Creed.
Yeah.
That's Adonis
He was
Creed.
like, they went extra, like Michael B. Jordan fucking bodied him.
And Michael B. Jordan's body up against Chad's body.
Not close.
Come on, bro. Cut the bread out.
Yo, how?
You know what I mean? Like, let's be real about this. Like, you're about to be if I'm going to be a superhero, right? Shit, I would lose weight for spring break. Remember spring break? You
Yo,
get your
hell
abs
yeah.
popping for spring break? How you going to be part of $1 billion superhero
Yo,
franchise and you just got the top two like a 36-year-old?
Can't do it. He had a heads up. He saw Michael B. Jordan in Creed. You knew what he
You
was
knew
coming
what you're
with.
going up against. They had to put those little brails all over Michael B. Jordan's body just as a strap.
I mean, you got to question his commitment to the role. when
Let's
you really
stop.
think-
Let's
when you
stop
break it down
crushing
like
Bozeman
that.
I'm
and let's
being-
talk about the good stuff.
Let's talk about
Let's
Killmonger.
talk about the good stuff.
We
Let's
did-
talk about
We do-
Killmonger.
hold on, let's talk about Killmonger. There's one thing that bothered me about Killmonger.
Okay,
I
go.
wanna see it. All right.
Well, first of all, you got to say his name right.
What is it? You know I'm not gonna say it
Killmonger.
right. Come on, it's
Yeah,
gonna all
yeah.
be one syllable.
Guy says
I mean,
30% of his
I mean,
words
this
right.
is-
Yeah.
He's done 8 episodes now, whatever it is. I mean, it's all.
Kilimanjaro.
It's gonna be one.
Kilimanjaro.
Guy plays it Italian once. Is that all he has?
That's all I do is play Italian.
It's unbelievable.
Pretty much that's it.
Um,
The only roles left for us.
So first of all, when he spoiler alert when he dies at the end. Right? So when that happens, I was legit sad, right?
Yeah.
So
Yo,
that- I mean,
also the line, what he says right when he dies.
well, yeah, that,
Fire.
that-
Fire. Fire.
Remind
Amazing
me.
that they worked that into a Marvel movie. That's
Fire.
insane. And that's
Remind
why,
me.
He basically says, "Kill me,
Oh,
don't."
the slave ship thing.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
that
dope,
great.
but then low key kind of and whatever. We'll
No,
get
well,
into
it was a little bit weird. It was a little bit weird because when he was down and he picked him up, I was like, oh, he's gonna pick him up. He's gonna take him to go get the special medicine, right?
No, he took him to
And
the
he's like, oh, no, you
sunset.
took him to the sunset. I was like, if I'm bleeding out, don't take me to the sunset. Take me to the ER. Like, I mean, come on. But anyway, listen. My whole thing was him. He was great in the beginning. I thought like the way they introduced him was fantastic. And he was phenomenal. He was one of the best parts of the movie throughout the whole thing. But like his story arc, like switched like that. Like he went from, and I had to read up on this because when I left the movie, I had like a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth because I love the character and I love Michael B. Jordan. But there was something a little bit off, and I read something in the Atlantic, and it linked me to someone else, and he put it perfectly. And like he went from like radical revolutionary
He was
to
Malcolm.
like.
Yeah. Malcolm
but
versus
then
them.
Malcolm or Martin,
But
right?
then
Yeah.
to like power hungry king almost immediately because he had them burn all the other purple.
Right.
But
planets.
imagine if a radical revolutionary had that much power.
Imagine if Malcolm
Yeah.
got
No,
there.
but there's
So
there's
just
different.
just to throw it out there, Castro. And I think every radical revolutionary dictator, I think what
Sure.
happens
it
is
just happened fast. It felt quick.
yeah, exactly. I mean, look, the movie's 2 hours.
Hey,
and
he's been
15
planning
minutes.
for years. He
I'm
already
sure,
he already knew exactly what
But
he
he
was
knew
doing
exactly what he was
back
going to do, and they said, yeah, they trained us to do this, which is what they had done, right? He destabilized governments
Yeah.
and done all this kind of stuff. And but I understand what you're doing. It did maybe seem hyper speed that he became this bad.
Yeah.
Like, the second he became in power, he was like, light all this other flower shit up
Yeah.
on fire so
Which is
nobody
what you
else
would
can
do,
be in power.
like-
which is what somebody who wanted radical control would do.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
what I'm saying?
It seems speed. Let's say there was 2 parts of this movie, we would have seen a gradual.
Right.
We would have maybe seen a little bit more
He's
gradual.
also like this guy who went. He was MIT, CIA. Like he was like well trained, well thought out. Like it just seemed like that. Part
So
was
that's
a little
interesting. You've read all the stories of these radical revolutionaries that became dictators.
Yeah.
And now you're just following in their footsteps.
Right, exactly.
Right,
Which
right.
is
You read
maybe
the
inevitable.
shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
fought in all these small wars across the world, like they alluded to that in the movie.
Right,
like,
right.
You know how to. You
That's
should
fair.
know how to do this, right? And the other, the best comparison is like they were kind of like Professor X and Magneto, right? Like he was kind of like Magneto in a certain way, in that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like that
Because
was
they both, well, I don't know if they both want the same thing in Professor X and Magneto, but in this they truly, I think it's Martin and Malcolm, but
I thought it was one of
It's
them.
Of
Martin
course it's
Malcolm,
Martin, but
Yeah.
just keeping in the,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Marvel
Sure, Marvel
universe,
Universe, yeah.
right? Like, and you know, Magneto's more of like a calculated guy, and it's very for like his cause.
But also like wants one race.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. Like extremism, it's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
radical extremism,
Yeah.
right? And then the other part about Killmonger, what was I gonna? I was just thinking about it. I lost it. I don't know.
can I talk on the comparison to what
Yes.
the two of them are? The interesting thing about the Martin Malcolm comparison, and I don't say that just because they're both black and the movie's black, but I say just idealistically, they both wanted similar things,
Sure.
right? Like they wanted the betterment of black people.
Right.
And it ended up happening towards the end of the movie that Black Panther and Killmonger both wanted to help out oppressed people, especially oppressed black people
Yes.
around the world, right?
Right.
And even during that last fight scene, at any point in time, they could have, and I think he even did try to say it, like we can help in a different way, or maybe,
Yeah.
but like, literally a conversation that we could have avoided this whole thing. We could have been like, hey, how about instead of giving them weapons, we use our vast resources to help these
course,
people and
right.
uplift them economically. And you're talking to an MIT grad.
Right.
So it's not like he doesn't, like we don't need it. We don't need the
Yeah.
movie.
Right.
Like I would almost rather him not be MIT. I'd rather him be like dropped out of school at 14, like some Logan shit. Like we just found this guy fighting in bars, and all of a sudden the military was able to contain and use this power to be successful in war, but he still was a lit fuse or whatever.
Right.
They
So
probably tried to stay from the stereotype that like this guy's a kid from Oakland and just a gangbanger.
Yo,
Right,
it felt
right.
too
Wanted to
much,
stay
but
away
he
from-
felt too much like Oakland and not enough CIA MIT at times.
Mm.
By the way,
you can't take
I
the
love,
Oakland out of
like-
the MIT.
Of course, no, it's still there. You can blend it. You can blend it together. I get that, right?
Right.
Like, The go. I'm sorry.
I love that. You know, he talked like he was from Oakland. By the way, you say
That's great.
You
I'm
said
fine with
Killmonger's supposed to be from Harlem.
Yes.
Coogler's from Oakland. That's why.
I know,
That's
I
why they
know,
wrote
I
it.
know, yeah.
Right. So
You just jacked the superhero.
He was ready for that one.
Yeah.
no. But like the because everyone talked like an accent in the movie.
Right.
I mean, he comes in and it broke it up, and for me, it made a big difference in like enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of coming in. It kind of brings the world. It kind of brings this fake world back to a real place that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
And with the most of the Marvel movies, it's not. It's all
Right.
It's
fiction.
so
all- right.
fictitious.
But this
it's
brought
weird,
it back to a real thing that you are familiar with and you know very well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The one thing that I did read was that different in the comic was that he was from Wakanda, then exiled to Harlem when his dad, like they got like exiled.
Oh.
And in this, he was born in
And
Oakland,
then
and his dad.
he was born in Oakland and like lived there his whole life. He was already somewhat familiar with Wakanda, and then when he came back to Wakanda, it was like a slower build.
Oh. I kind of like this story.
Oh, this was
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
for the movie, 100%.
And
Yeah,
they
I
got
like it.
Sterling K. Brown in there, so
It was
that worked.
unfortunate.
And he was
that-
great.
Yeah.
Another guy we didn't talk about. He was great.
Yeah, he was good.
Who
yeah.
his father?
Yeah, the
guy
dad,
who plays
yeah.
father. Phenomenal. Yeah.
What I loved about Killmonger, though, is ultimately, and this kind of reflects, like, I kind of felt like he was the Joker of the first real, like, Joker-ish villain. We were talking, I think it was after Justice League, about, like, the lack of, like,
Of
a
great
really
villains.
good
Yeah.
ultimately, not only is he, like, you can kind of sympathize with him, or at least you can understand where he's coming from.
Fucking root for him.
You root for him, but he's also, like, such a brutal fucking dude that, like, you kind of hold back on fully embracing.
So
rooting for
going
him.
to the Martin and Malcolm thing, I was hoping like he would survive. They would team up, lead Wakanda together. It would
Right.
lead to the next. He would be in the future movies. And then there'd be
It's
you
the
know,
Captain America. What's his? And then Winter Soldier
right.
Yeah.
arc,
I
right?
knew
Where
when
what is the Winter Soldier's name?
Bucky Barnes.
Whatever his, but it's that arc where he starts out as a bad guy they're fighting, and then he goes, "Hey, check it out, you could be good," and
Right.
then
Yeah.
we forget he killed thousands of people. Yeah,
when he cut
Forgiven.
that soldier's
Everyone's
neck, that
redeemable.
girl.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a hacker.
That's
Oh,
when
you
you're
just
like,
hacked
oh,
somebody.
shit.
That's when I
else,
knew he was gonna die.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When he slit her throat, because audible gasp in the movie theater. Everyone's like,
yeah. Everybody's like,
that
what?
shit was crazy,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So, good.
No, I was just saying that's what I loved about the character though, is that he was
He was
in the
ruthless
beginning
in
he was
his-
so mission focused. One of my biggest pet peeves of movies, and this is with like Claw, when he grabbed his girlfriend and had the gun to her head. I hate in the movies when like someone takes a hostage and they're like, no, I'm gonna put my gun down. Terrible mistake. There's no way anything good could come from that. And like Michael B. Jordan just boom, just like popped one off.
Shot the girl.
Like just popped one off, caught the girl, and she went down, and then he kept it moving.
Yeah, he was focused.
Love that.
Yo,
Just he made the right decision.
So
I'm telling you right now, I consider all you guys friends. If we're ever in a situation where you're being held hostage and I have a gun, I'm taking the shot.
taking a shot at me.
I'm taking a shot at the other guy.
Behind you.
But that's a
Yo,
tough
no,
shot.
but he didn't shoot at the other guy.
No,
he shot
at the girl.
He shot at her to
specifically.
show him like.
Yeah.
I don't give
He
a
doesn't
Oh,
give
I
a
thought
fuck.
he shot maybe.
Oh, nah, he didn't miss.
pulled.
No,
this
he
is-
knew.
just pulled.
Nah,
This is-
his aim was on
pulled
point.
it. A little to the left. I'm sorry, Ben.
That's a tough
Sorry,
shot. I'm
shanked
telling
it.
Yo,
You're dead.
he knew who he was
If
shooting.
if someone had you like this and I had your two heads, on a good day,
You're taking the shot.
I'm taking the shot. And on a good day, I'm 50%. Right? And I'm someone who's been trained with a pistol.
Let's do it. All right.